Okay, we want to check on the ringing clinical. When the line is ringing, check. We want to check when the line is ringing.
So what?
We want to check if the line is ringing.
Okay.
It usually shows here as well.
Shows where?
On this phone. The screen will be blinking. I don't know if you're going to pick it, but the screen.
Which phone is blinking?
This thing.
No, except the send or SMS. But that setting.
So.
Mrs. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Mr. T, say something. Me, go voice one more.
Something.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Say something.
Something.
Okay.
Because if you don't have this, how come I move the function? I heard this one, but you know when there's no water, we get this entry inside the process. I heard this.
Who's talking there? Oh? The background noise is from Mr. T.
My apologies. It's been deleted. AI.
Just the voice, so
AI no.
It's only the deletion.
And AI ni fudge. It's AI.
Oh, AI, okay. That's it. No napkin. No first. I didn't. Where is the noise? Is Omolara just? That's the whole back. That's the whole back. Wow. Let me mute Omolara and see what I see.
What? Okay. Close up everyone one by one, and then you get it back.
Hello, Omolara. Good morning. This voice is from Omolara. Maybe you should remove your earpiece.
Earpiece, yeah.
Unmute and let's try again, or else you have to excuse us today. Yeah. You didn't send your materials.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, the whole
How
back
about
is gone.
now?
It's gone.
It's
Okay.
better. Better. So today you are holding a watching brief. because your prayer came after I slept yesterday, and there's no way I can edit
Yes,
it this
so
morning.
sorry. So
I've
sorry
told you
about
it
that.
started at 9. So
Nine,
since you
okay,
have
no problem.
be watching our mouths and you can contribute to the discussion, but
No
you won't be able
problem,
to.
sir.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
I love Lee and Vision Arista. Okay. Okay, Mr. T, we're gonna shoot. Where's
Okay.
my cursor now? The Jazla don't stop working now.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. No, 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 no.
We'll find a way.
Yeah. Can you allow it to reboot or something?
No, I don't have
No.
the.
You don't have the codes, I know. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. And those guys aren't around, are they?
No, they're not. They're not.
Not yet.
Yeah, it'll work one way or the other.
Umashishel.
Okay. I've patched the shortcut.
Uh-huh.
Go. It is well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm launching. Esi-Ìfẹ, get set. Wow. Sometimes when you think you have it, suddenly you realize you don't have it. Okay, we're about to set and to go, and then I don't know if it's my voice or the machine's voice. One of them jarred and I couldn't launch. Yeah. 7 minutes past 7. After battles of technological ipso papso, what have you? We're here. Good morning. Welcome to the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge. I'm your anchor this morning. Wherever you are listening to us, welcome. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. I'm not alone. Let me start with the big man. Good morning. This morning, my friend and brother and co-anchor, Tokunbo Ojekunle, Mr. T. Good morning.
Good morning, Fudge. Good morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to this show again. Fudge, always good to be with you. Yeah, always, always. Good morning.
That's a lovely thought to carry. And I know you mean it. You're not like these Nigerian politicians. When they say something,
Absolutely. They are all AI generated, probably.
uh, okay. Also with me this morning, starting off this show in the studio, is Esi-Ìfẹ, Arogundade, our entertainment news presenter who's I know he's smiling now. He's always, always smiling. Sorry, Esi-Ìfẹ.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to another day. Welcome to another episode. Stick with us, flow with us today as we give you a dose of all we have for you.
A dose
Super.
about. Let me give you a dose before we start. Are you? Is it that you're a calm person, or you are a person who you don't talk, or you don't like people talking to you, or you just don't want wahala, or you are somebody that people you run away from? Which one is you?
And be comfortable.
Simply put, you're a calm person. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
join us on online. The Today she's looking a little bit better than last week. Last week she looked like a depressed minister. But today she's a little bit livelier. Good morning this morning, Omolara. She probably didn't know I was talking about.
Good morning, Mr. Fad. Good morning, Mr. T. Good
Good
morning, Esi-Ìfẹ. Good
morning.
morning, Lagos. Welcome to the last Saturday in March and welcome to the Vintage Talk Show.
Super.
Yes, that's a Molara for you. She, thank God, she woke up on the right side today, sounding alive. Great.
I had issue with devices last week. In fact, I had to use another person's device. So I was
Oh,
not. I
Okay,
just got this
okay.
new one while I'm still working on my laptop.
Oh, great. Oh, great. So we introduce more people as they come in. Beg your pardon. So we here, we always speak and shine light on dark spots. That's what we do here. Let's start with the quote of the week. Our quote this week says, rain does not fall on one roof alone. Rain
mm,
does not fall on one roof alone. But people also have that saying, right? It means misfortune is universal, not peculiar to a particular person. And I believe so is fortune. It just falls where it will fall, where it will fall. And the good book says he will have mercy on whoever he will have mercy, to show compassion, whoever he will show compassion. It just happens. So if you are raining today, you are weakening today, or you are footballing today, note that rain does not fall on only one household. It can,
mhm,
it can, I mean, tomorrow you may be the one queuing the gates asking to see the governor or the minister or
mm,
this and that,
mm.
you know. So let's take life get jelly. We also have, before we move on to entertainment news, let's do some fact checking. We call it knowledge booster. You might have heard when they say, do you know that the average house fly lives only 2 to 3 weeks? Those pests, they can, oh, they can make you rough. If you live in a place where they kind of congregate, and then you have the special
Misfortune.
mistake of bringing mango in and peeling and eating in your courtyard. Hey, I want those fat, very wicked ones start humming the daylight out of your life. They can be very, very annoying. So,
Yeah, yeah.
is it true that they only live 2 or 3 weeks of terrible life that they give human beings? Yeah, it is true. It is true. A typical housefly, but a botanical name, Mosca domestica. Hmm.
Domestic.
It has a lifespan of about 15 to 30 days, depending on environmental conditions. And Nigeria is so blessed; it is very conducive for them. So they may live that full 30 days. you know. So it is true. Those pests, they actually live that short life. Wow. So the one you see today, they are cry, arguing and slapping and don't worry, just give it 2 weeks, you will die. Don't kill yourself trying to kill the insect.
Despite the shakara.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Esi-Ìfẹ, let's shooting. And today we hope you can join us. Last week was interesting. Or you can join us. The phone number to call is 0913 697 3485. I repeat, the number is 0913 697 3485. Before we take the entertainment news, we're always happy to go on break if it brings money. You know. So we'll take another commercial break and come back with Esi-Ìfẹ and Omolara on entertainment news.
begin with faith and the spirit. Families and neighbors come together by sharing delicious meals. From jollof rice to tomato stew, from moi moi to porridge beans, every meal is specially prepared and flavorful with onga seasoning cubes. Together, we share not just food, but love with those who need it most. Celebrate the blessings of this whole month with onga seasoning cubes. Onga, the great taste and aroma.
We're back. And Esi-Ìfẹ is ready. Let's start.
AMVCA 2025 nominees announced. The African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards have unveiled the nominees for the 2025 edition, recognizing outstanding works released in 2024. Lishabi, The Uprising, Skeleton Coast, House of Ga, and Freedom Way lead the nominations in top categories like Best Movie and Best Director. In the acting categories, Gideon Okeke Tokunbo, Stan Inze Suspicion, Femi Adebayo 7 Doors, and Adedimeji Lateef Lishabi The Uprising are in the race for Best Lead Actor. For Best Lead Actress, Chioma Chukwuka 7 Doors, Bimbo Ademoye Anikulapo Rise of the Spectre, and Uche Montana Thin Line are among the contenders.
Have you watched any of this film?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I don't want to give you. I don't want to write a review for us. I think I watched part of Seven Doors and part of part of the Spectre. Interesting selections. Guys have improved. We must admit they've improved.
Really,
Stylistically,
improved.
directorially, cinematography, and everything. They have really, really improved. And that's the infusion of money. When money comes into the thing and people are competent and they are desirous of leaving a legacy, they will create great stuff. It's gone. We wish them all the best. Whoever wins, it's okay. Nomination is great. I always say that to be a nominee in a prestigious event of any kind, it's worthy. It's as worthy as being the yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's move on.
Jide Kosoko, I am still not rich after 60 years in Nollywood. Veteran actor Jide Kosoko has revealed that despite 6 decades in Nollywood, he does not consider himself wealthy. Speaking on the Honest Bunch podcast, the 71-year-old star said he's grateful for his career, but blamed piracy for the industry's financial struggles. Kosoko called for stricter penalties against piracy, arguing that current fines are ineffective. He suggested a 20-year jail term for offenders as a stronger deterrent.
6 years. And it's true. He started around 10. I remember his story. He started quite early. Of course, all those periods, he wasn't taking money. I'm sure for the first 20 or 30 years in his career, he wasn't being paid that much.
It was free.
But they call it arrow. I mean, what do you call that? Arrow. The guys arrow. They sing back for each other. You work for me, I work for you. You work for me, I work for you. Rub hand, empty hands, rubbing empty hands. We come to empty pockets. We become empty pockets, so to speak. To pivot to the story, I mean, the crux of the story, it's a terrible thing that we have not been able to deal with piracy after all these years. I remember 25, 27, 28 years ago, I wrote a long story, a series of articles on the danger and the potential for destruction or devastation of the industry by piracy, and their ways and all that stuff and solutions and all that. Till today, they are still festering, they are still terrorizing, they are still devastating that industry. It's quite sad. Quite sad. when people give their best, I mean, give 60 years of your life, and you can say you are not, even as we speak, you are not rich, you know. And it's not as if he's hiding from the tax people. Yeah. Well, they have colleagues that are doing well. Yeah, they are doing over
That's
well,
always the
say.
case, though.
You will see,
You know, the question is,
you know.
Fudge, what are the others doing? The question is, what are they doing to get
Hmm.
by? Sometimes you realize you don't sit too long with that profession. And the ones that stay are the committed ones. Very high, like Kosoko himself, fantastic. And we had them back in those days as well. Fudge, you remember Baba Salah, Uyade Jobi,
Yeah.
Baba Miro, and all
Hmm.
that. They all, yeah. And when you look back, all their works had just been pirated. Baba Salazar Umoru, I remember he held a press conference over Umoru many, many
Hmm.
years ago. And at the press conference,
Yeah.
he burst
1980.
into tears. He burst into tears. I will never
Yeah.
forget. I was there because he said he didn't make a dime,
Yeah.
and everybody's been commending at that time, commending on Umoru. It's a pest, it's a locust that has eaten deep into that profession, and it's very unfair, absolutely unfair. It's been too long in
Baba
our
Salah
lives. Mhm.
Baba Salah ran into debt that
It did,
decreased his age. That
it did,
they depressed him
yeah.
so much because he did not only not make money, he was indebted to many
He
people,
ran into
many
debt,
institutions.
yeah.
It was so terrible. 1982, 83, it was terrible.
82,
Okay,
83,
all these
yes.
things all these flies over his head. All these Baba Salah, all these.
I knew about Salah.
You saw
No,
his
it's
picture,
not. It's
abi?
not.
Or you saw the
It's
video.
not possible. Oh. They have to read. They have to read these people
Remember,
up. Oh. You remember Baba
You
Salami?
have to read them. You have to.
I know Baba Salah.
She said she does.
Eh. Omolara, what about you?
I know Baba Salah very well.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
know him.
Fantastic. It's a
Look at her
glorious
saying,
thing.
I know Baba Salah very well. I think she did the last interview with him.
I think
No.
you know what
Okay.
happened to her when she mentioned Baba Salam. I'm sure she got a flashback of one or two of his acts. Maybe his big bow tie made of
Yeah.
cardboard and all that. Very interesting personality.
Size, big glasses.
And his big glasses.
glasses.
We don't know Baba Salah and all that stuff. Okay. Thank you. Welcome to the senior age. Esi-Ìfẹ, let's go. I won't trouble you anymore.
Gospel singer Steve Brown engaged. Gospel singer Steve Brown has announced his engagement, sharing the joyful news on social media. In a heartfelt post, he wrote, "Officially off the market. Two hearts fused by God, a walk to forever." Fans, friends, and fellow gospel artists have flooded his page with congratulatory messages. Brown, known for his hit song "You Are Great," is one of Nigeria's top gospel music stars.
Hmm.
Congrats,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Right. Lovely.
Congratulations. Crown. Steve Crown. Good for him. Yes. Happy married life. We didn't get the woman's name. Anyway, it's all well. It's all good. Yes.
Femi Lazarus defends $150 school of ministry fee. Pastor Femi Lazarus has responded to criticism over the $150 fee for a school of ministry. The debate began after Lazarus criticized high performance fees charged by gospel artists, prompting singer Timi Dakolo to call out the pastor's own charges for ministry training. Lazarus defended the fee, stating that it covers quality education and spiritual leadership training.
Hmm. I have only one question for both of them or all of them in that area. One question. What will Jesus charge? How much will those charge? That's my question for them.
And then, fact, by extension, how much would the disciples had also charged? Because he gave them the order to go around and spread the word. Let us assume they were stepping from Ghana to Nigeria to Cameroon to everywhere they stepped into, they would have been collecting something. When it comes to these things, I really don't want to say one, because sometimes it just irks me, But hey, God knows who is. So.
Yes. Thank you. Let's move on.
Esi-Ìfẹ called out over fake designer bag. Popular Instagram page T20 Luxury has accused actress Esi-Ìfẹ of flaunting a fake Louis Vuitton handbag. The luxury watchdog shared a post advising Aigbe to be more careful with her purchases, given her status as a public figure. They also questioned the authenticity of her eyewear and urged celebrities to avoid counterfeit goods as they undermine creativity and brand integrity.
Okay, we'll hear from the women. Why do you carry fake bag or fake eyelashes, this and that? Is it
fake weed?
I don't know. Let's ask Omolara and Esi-Ìfẹ.
Oh yeah.
In some cases, I don't know.
I can't hear them.
I think what happened?
Can you hear from my head?
Okay, Omolara, you go. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I said in some cases she might not know. The person wearing might not know. If if you are not very conversant with the brand, you don't know the and just like we talk about piracy in the movie industry. In fact, if you are not careful, you might see somebody looking like you, a pirated version.
Okay.
So Nigeria is so talented that they are very good with copycats.
I see. Esi-Ìfẹ, how about you?
My opinion is that some might just wear it for wearing it, like they want to show off, they want to feel among, oh, my mate is wearing designer bag, let me to join them and wear designer bag. That might be it.
Sometimes some of the what's it called? Some of these pirates, they can be sometimes they can be righteous. They are copying, but they put their own peculiar style. For instance, Louis Vuitton, they might write Louis Vuitton. They'll do such a way that they have done their bit. They have done it as close as the original. But you should know, because the writing is different. You will see Puma, they will write Puma or Puma. So they will write. I don't know lack of intelligence. I think they will give a different name. So just see. So it's not Omolara I'm saying that. Anyway, let's go to the next story. Our last story for today.
Yes. Ebenezer Obey set to celebrate his 3rd birthday. Music legend evangelist Ebenezer Obey will mark his 83rd birthday on 3rd April with a Thanksgiving service instead of a grand party. A statement from his team confirmed that governors, top officials, traditional rulers, and fans are set to celebrate the icon at the Cross Gospel Mission headquarters of Praise in Lagos. The event, themed celebrating God's faithfulness, will run from 10 a.m. to, I guess, 4 p.m.
Okay, as assistant co-organizer, thank you. That's a living legend, truly.
So, yes.
Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey. He's been our guest on this show twice, I believe. One offline, both offline. One on his birthday, about that about and all that. So we won't be around for the birthday. So we want to celebrate you now. Thank you for giving your best. to this music, to this nation? Well, I'm not saying Mr. T and Obi are contemporaries, though. But what kind of nostalgia? What kind of nostalgia?
Oh, if only I knew that
I'm
you would
just
do this today. I would be in the studio with you. Oh my God. But on a very serious note, Fudge, on a very serious note, that's a man so big, so much after my heart. He gave us philosophies and music. He gave us the lines, poetic lines that shaped our future. For every of the releases Obe had and still would have, I pray, for a long time, he touched the hearts of the younger folks, telling us how to behave in future. And he was one of the very first that actually rolled storytelling into music expressions. You remember Kete Kete? If you go through Kete Kete and read the lines, ask somebody to do the translations for you, you will find out that it's all about life. Your morning, your afternoon, your evening, and everything you do has to do be very fair to people, be just to people, because you never can tell it's coming back to you. Baba Obe is just a strong enigma, one that you can never put down. And he did his Miliki style, because he says to himself, this synchro thing was just too fast for him, really, huh? And he brought Miliki, and Miliki was just there. And another thing I want to quickly say about him was he infused high life into juju presentation. High life music was the in thing, and gradually the likes of Evangelist Obey and I think Fatai Rolling Dollar, a bit of Adeoluwa, so they started pulling off high life into it, and gradually you now see what it has become. Then competition was good. His competition, healthy competition between him and I think Sonny then, KSA, was just there. Sonny was the hip person, and Obe was just the teacher, musician, philosopher, and they actually did complement themselves. To Commander, you'll always be Commander forever. Thank you so much for the rich repertoire you have put into our lives, and for turning Nigeria's music aright, because at that time you were actually losing it as well. So thanks for being there, and from here to you, keep on being there, sir.
That was a staring eulogy from Mr. T, saluting and felicitating the maestro, the juju maestro, the Mickey master, Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey, so that they won't accuse us of notoriety or advanced wickedness. The Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria is also celebrating his 73rd birthday today. Officially speaking, and it's also wish him as the commander, the real Commander-in-Chief of the armed forces, and the team president, Chief Bola Tinubu. Even as we are coming, we recognize that he has to grow old, so we celebrate today for his 73rd anniversary. Mr. President, congratulations.
Happy birthday.
With the quarrel with them, say for one thing or the other, that doesn't mean you should not wish him happy birthday. Oh God.
This is a Vintage Talkshow with Akintunde-Johnson, the Fudge.
This is My Love by Lee Ann featuring Arrow Star. all the major newspapers have been taken up by birthday wishes of Mr. President. 3/4 of the page.
Wow.
So we'll be quick about the headline because they have overwhelmed the page with their felicitations. Anyone that does not have it is not.
Some people comment here.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said, Mr. Joseph Oyewale said, Fudge International.
Okie dokie.
Fudge. Fudge, where's our learned cancer?
Sir?
Our learned cancer.
Male or female?
Okay, female first. Male will always walk in now. He's about to walk in. I'm sure he will always walk in.
Female is there.
Hello, sir.
Good morning. How are you? I spoke too soon, right? Oh my God. Okay. Male will come in soon.
Yeah, maybe the party preparation has reached a high gear.
Yeah, it has. Yes, he told me it has. It has. No.
Good morning, Akindamola.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? Okay, that's
Good morning, sir. I'm good, sir.
Good morning.
I'm good.
Yeah, how are you?
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, after the felicitations, we are back on the Vintage Talk Show with the Farm Friends. And we must welcome our latest entrant, Akindamola Adeboye. Good morning.
Good.
Why are you doing like Baba Basojo? As you have to cough and reverse before you go forward. Yeah, Akindamola, I can't hear you. Is it your voice or it's old age that's worrying you?
His audio is glitching, Fudge. It is audio. It's glitching. It is audio, yeah.
It's not.
You see, he doesn't know. There's something wrong with his line.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with his line. Yeah.
Okay. Beside me is
You're looking for the adjective to
yeah. Also our honest friend, a legal practitioner and co-commentator and presenter on Niger Trends. I'm not starting now. Yeah. Good morning this morning. Lovely, adorable, how beautiful.
Hey, God.
Oluwata.
Hello, hello, hello. That's all I have to say now.
Yeah, that's all you have to say now. Okay, let's start off with the headline reviews this morning. It's going to be quick because most of the papers they have already put out the paper before they got on the streets. Look at their cover. 3/4 of the cover page is filled with happy birthday wishes to Mr. President. So they've already paid, they've already got their money. They don't have to sell. So you see them with only one page. A quarter of the page, the masthead.
For
That's
news.
all that. That's what they can manage from their. But what they have left of, apparently they are not interested in readers read. They just want to. They just make them blame them. I don't know that. Okay, let's start with what is this punch this but okay. This is change. Okay, I've seen it here. The punch lead very terrible story. I thought what we discussed on Niger Trend. Well, here it is. It's a federal government orders manhunt as outrage trails 16 Edo travelers lynching. Deputy Senate President Atiku, NGF, Okpebo, that's the governor of Delta State. Sorry, I beg your pardon, of Edo State. Obi demand probe. It is a terrible thing. I think they are supposed to be hunters from the northern part of the country down southward, and they saw guns. They had guns in their vehicle, and they took them as kidnappers. And they meted out justice to them.
Oh,
Mob lynch. It is indefensible. It is horrible. And they burnt them. It's horrible. I couldn't look at the picture. 16 lives on the excuse, on the suspicion that they were kidnappers. Yes, they have been. I mean, I think Uromi or something. It's been terrible. Kidnapping and bondage has been terrible in that area. But to effect justice without proper investigation, without confirming, I mean, that they had guns, is not sufficient evidence to say that indeed they are kidnappers. And then not go ahead and kill them all. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't know. Wow.
You know that sometimes, Fudge, I seldom talk about this situations because honestly, in the next few days, yeah, they definitely will catch up with a few of them. They definitely will. Now, ask me this question: what is going to happen to them? What will they do to them after? We've had cases, situations where, it just walks me up. Is it that they are so illiterate, they don't understand what mob activity is, or they cannot? I don't even know what to say at this point, other than the fact that, yeah, they should be caught. They should go out all after them, sack the whole place. There is no way they all can disappear. It's not possible. They must be brought to book.
Well, for me, apart from the mob justice, it's just it shows the failure of our society, because we are talking about catching them and stuff like that one. If they had, let's assume they had, and they handed over to the police, the same justice system would have released them without anybody's
same thing. Yeah, what will happen to them?
So it's a cyclical thing for me. It's a cyclical thing for me. The failure of the justice system. You catch someone. I mean, someone actually murdered someone, and The next thing we are hearing from the family is that we have connection, and the next 2 days the person was out on the streets. And how do you want the family to feel? So I think, it shows the anger of the people with the justice system, because if you know that they will be handed over to the police and the justice system will be swift and it will be effective, that kind of mob justice will not come in, because it's anger from the people. So I'm not saying no, mob justice
But I
is good,
think
but
it is inexcusable, really.
But I also think in this
Provocation,
instance,
yes.
also think in this instance, it wasn't clear that they were the kidnappers. It wasn't clear that they did any crime at all. So it wasn't based on something happened in front of them and they won't go back to police because of it. There was evidence that there was justice to be had. Unchecked fear. When fear snowballs into that, you have something you get able about it, you just take it out on anybody.
To our humanity, what happened to
although Tamilore,
yes,
Tamilore, to add to what you have just said, I'm looking at, because in this kind of scenario, I actually like holding my opinion as things unfold, because they had guns, and we've had situations where they will tell you it's bandits, it's terrorists, it's soft. They attack a community and they escape into thin here without anybody knowing where they came from and where they are going to. So if they've been having this
yes,
kind
but
of,
they burnt them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are angry with the justice system.
Okay, I get your point. I get your point, but nothing excuses that. Nothing excuses that dastardly act. No, yes, justice has failed us a number of times. People have gone. I mean, have escaped justice by doing heinous crimes and all that. No, if you can't beat them, join them. Everybody will be destroyed. It is not right. Sometimes the Yoruba call it anifesesi. You might just go in a place where they are looking for an armed robber who have killed somebody, and then you walk in and they say mistaken identity, and you are killed. Not justice.
True.
Yes,
True.
justice might be responsible, but it is still justice. It's better than this village justice, or what they call them, jungle justice. No, it's disheartening. But let's move on. I don't know. I mean, I understand 14 people have been arrested. They should. We talk about justice again. They might just arrest the wrong set of people. All kinds of things. This very, very dysfunctional country.
Very, very dysfunctional.
Okay, I will move on to the Guardian. With the little space he has for us after devoting the entire, virtually the entire place to today. We have some tiny stories that
it's like just one line at the top. It's more than half.
That one line, that one at the top. Is the part of the Tinubu story? It leads with Tinubu speaking over Nigeria's challenges. The Baba don't give up. I don't. Only God can help us in this country. No, the guy should not throw his hand up.
No,
he's a one that he fought to enter that place. Look on that he did there. He must solve the problem, before he leaves. I don't know what else I can get. It's a rapid urbanization, worries over conversion of forest reserves. The Guardian doesn't have anything else after Tinubu. Let me look for something else. Saturday Times. It just was that, okay, let me just take a break so that I can start looking inside the paper to see what is done. Take a break and come back. Oh God. This one is complete. That means they're not doing well that much. Because they have a full page of stories and all that. Oh my.
Together, we share not just food, but love with those who need it most.
Celebrate the blessings of this holy month with Anga seasoning cubes. Anga, for great taste and aroma.
Okay, we're back on the headlines. Well, it's kind of short headlines or necklines. You can call it necklines. They are
Not
not
headlines, they're not full heads.
they're not full head. Oh my!
Oh,
Other times, apparently, either they have problem with Tinubu or Tinubu has problem with them. There is no feature on it.
gosh. Don't
It leads
conclusion.
with heavy gunfire as soldiers shites clash in Abuja. Uh, that's part of the stories for Abuja trend. So I think we'll leave it to that. Let's see. Tells they have. Today is a very dry day on this municipal. Uh, Dabiri Rewa take communication to school Jackpot syndrome. Court sentences housewife to death for kidnapping and killing 8-year-old. The woman just threw her best
Wow.
friend's daughter. We are going to a well, and to a well. There must be a psychological, mental, or a
Missing
good
piece of
delay.
this.
There's something behind the story. They threw the girl into a well, so they have the court has sanctioned her to that hanging. Okay. The last paper for now is lost. We just only one story because of the as usual.
With the citation.
16 hunters were mobbed and killed in Uromi. That's the same story. That same tragic story.
Okay.
Leads the weekend drop. It's so sad. And right under it is the happy 70th birthday president advert of Mr. President, Nigeria.
That's part of the news, right?
70% of the page.
Abi is on cover.
It's on cover.
Oh my! It's on cover. It's not exactly a nice day to celebrate when you hear your contemporaries have been killed like Suya, in public. Let's take a break. Let's take a break and play some music to dilute the sadness and the gloom. Feeling so one kind.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so one kind.
It's a sad feeling. Really sad.
Okay. Flacco is by Wizard featuring Odumo Block. What
Black. Odumodu black.
Odumo Black. Oh, it's black.
It's black.
It's like block.
Black. I even know that fudge. I'm current. More current than you
Okay, Odumo Black. Okay. The word is inverted. It doesn't sound for So I said Odumo Block.
Do you know how long it took me to start sounding Ira Star? I couldn't because I was careful. Okay, because I said this generation now they make you look very funny. I said, what is this spelling again? AYRA. Okay. Oh, it's really good. We learn every day. Oh, a lot of glitching this morning. Can't hear things.
Okay.
Yes. Just give me a second. The file is now resisting opening. Yes.
What do you many blips covering profanity most likely? What do you have to use, put in the studio playlist? You might as well remove it.
Then I think it will limit the amount of songs we can play. Maybe.
Putting the blips there to cover some profanity.
She said then they just exclude it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it might just reduce drastically the number of songs we can play.
No, but this one is too. There are too many blips.
Oh. Okay.
Almost every line. You.
Okay, then I guess.
I better go. Flaco. Okay. We're back. We're going back on air. Now it's time for trending stories across Nigeria. We call it Niger Trends. And you can join us to air your views. The number to call is 0913 697 3485. Number, once again, is 0913 697 3485. If it is WhatsApp or SMS, that's your bill. The number is 0810 713 7559. Again, 0810 713 7559. Join us and air your views. So send your comments as you wish. Tamara is here with the summaries for stories across Nigeria that we find very interesting and important to bring to your presence. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
First, we have for you security clashes with Shiites in Abuja. Tension in Abuja as soldiers and police clash with Shiite protesters during their annual Quds procession. Reports say multiple injuries and arrests have been recorded, with security forces now patrolling the Wuse area. The Nigerian government sees the group as a security threat, leading to issues.
Mr. T, voice in the background. Okay, I don't know why they have this. You know, these people always come out the last Friday of the Ramadan. I think the protests.
It's
sort
of freedom from slavery or something. Freedom from world powers.
They are in solidarity with the Palestinians.
It's a pro-Palestinian movement.
Yes. Movement, and now they are protesting against Israeli occupation and invasion of Gaza and all that. You know, it could be peaceful. They could. I mean, there was a time they killed a number of people in the confrontation, and like one of them, I read in one of the papers. One of the protesters confessed that they threw stones at the soldiers. That what the soldiers came to, and he said he must confess that they threw stone at them. And what do you expect them to do? But you don't even with stones and all that. You don't respond with live bullets. I hope there's something called anti-riot police.
I beg to disagree. If you've ever confronted this set of people before, you will know that they are just a gunpowder waiting to explode. They will never, fundamentally never do a peaceful protest. When you have twisted a man's mind to the extent that if he dies for a cause, he's going to heaven, and you think that man will, he wants to die. That man wants to die. I mean, you just mentioned.
No, Aki, are you saying that anti-riot police with hot water hose, rubber bullets, and all the slapsticks and all that cannot effectively deal with these people? They have to shoot them with live bullets.
Shooting them.
That's your question.
Okay.
It should be taken in context. Are you saying in the Middle East they protest, they use like bullets or they use plastic bullets? You are talking about an ideal society. You are talking about maybe the Western world where you have people not. Sometimes these people are armed, and until we learn that you meet their force with force, we will keep on saying you could be civil, you could be this. They will overwhelm you. I've been in situations where they are just meant to pass, and they started maiming everybody on their path. They are just meant to pass, and people are standing innocently by, and they started maiming people on their paths. So it's not something you would just sit down and just theorize about. And if we use live bullets,
declare them as a terrorist. Then declare them as a terrorist violence organization or something.
Just a minute. So I'm so sorry to butt in that. Shiite issue, Paj, is as long as the 70s and 80s in Nigeria. Even way back. If you remember, this is not the first time. And for every time we hit this thing, the problem we've always had, I think he hit it on the head, that Damola hit on the head, their ideology. They are so indoctrinated in so many ways. And because of the way they move and the things they believe in, so every other person in society is not part of them. So they see themselves as holier than thou. The forces have a long story to tell you about facing these guys. However, we have always been saying that our law enforcement agents should also go and learn the tactics of how to curb mobs. I don't want to go back to what happened at the students' issue. They do not know how to really, really handle mob situations. Right, you have said the bullets, I understand. Live bullets, why should you use them? But do you want us to count how many of our law enforcement guys that have been killed and maimed by these people over time? We don't have the names, but people have died in their hands. And I'll tell you something. It tells you they are reproducing. The people that did the heinous things in the 80s and 70s amongst them are probably no more. They are not the active ones now.
Yeah.
So they have gone back to, how do you put that together? Is it in the incubator? They have produced more. So they're enlarging more. I think this is where their heads, the local chiefs, the emirs, they all have to do something because these guys live in their midst and they know them.
And
to
I think when we are reading, they said soldiers, not the police. How do you confront soldiers as a civilian? And it's an ongoing thing. The last time, I think the last one I could recollect was that a high-ranking soldier was coming and they told him to leave the way.
To leave the way, yes, I saw that.
To leave the way. Yes. They told him to leave the way. And you don't, and for anything, you don't do that. For anything, you don't do that. Because you start that, they allow you to do that, you overrun every other thing.
They are laws unto themselves. They are laws unto themselves.
They are. So it's not that, yes, I support anybody killing anybody, but these people, I think it's beyond us and just sitting down and theorizing. If we have ever experienced even half of their heinous acts, we will not be saying this because they could be terrible. The ideology is so warped, so that we are not talking about really, really people that you could engage civilly. They will not even listen to you.
Okay, I understand.
You believe you are not part of them.
I understand, but I don't believe, except they are declared as terrorists, whatever category you want to do them. People who are irredeemable, I think any person below that terrorist appellation could still be reorientated. I understand your angle, and it makes sense because what do you call it? Termite. Don't know their termite. Don't you can't help a termite to not to go into fire. It will bite you because nature to bite. So I get it. I understand that, but I don't know. Every year it happens. Virtually every year. And people are always killed. I don't know. I don't even know if their leader, the spiritual leader, had even been released from prison many years ago. He was detained and all that. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. We need peace in this country. I don't want all this war like that. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. EFCC declares Aisha Achimugu wanted. The EFCC has declared businesswoman Aisha Achimugu wanted over alleged money laundering and conspiracy. Authorities say she was summoned but left Nigeria instead. Her lavish 50th birthday, held across Grenada and Abuja, had drawn public attention, but now did financial dealings making headlines, not necklines.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. The political calculation on the ground in Lagos politics puts this woman right in the center of this situation. I think as we go
Hmm.
along, there was another story. There's another story about what's going on within the leadership hierarchy of the ruling party,
Okay.
and
Okay.
a certain governor is um, being accused of this or that and all that, and this woman is always been attached to her. They will say an ally of so person, so governor, and all that. And uh, right after that, EFCC supposedly is wanting this woman uh, for certain dealings that's slightly now related to that one.
So you think
You
they're
know,
linked?
yeah, of
You
course.
think there's there's
That in Nigeria, the fire may not be there, but if if the smoke is there, there's a fire somewhere. There's a fire.
Well, that's
You know,
true.
I
That's
don't know.
true.
because I'm thinking people do lots of times and they don't call them for interrogation. So
The scheming. See, politics, especially
no, I don't know politics at all.
Nigerian variation. It staggers the mind. They don't think the way they think. It's convoluted. Their brain work. I don't know how they don't apply it to good things. Their brain work, when they are doing political schemings and all that, the way their brains work, wow. If they apply it to fundamental
The
Nigerian
genius
issues,
behind
oh, we will not be here today. We will not be here today. Anyway, let's move on. The woman should just surrender herself. I mean, say a nice thing to
You can't
the
run. You can't run from
after
EFCC.
seven
Please advise
day
her.
seven, 7 days sorry and all that. They say, come on apply.
I'm sorry, did you say
7 days, yes. So, all over the place, and we
a
are,
7-day
we are
party?
not complaining if it's your money. Now they say our money is laundry.
Ah,
So let her go and explain. Uh,
7 days, Fad.
one
7
day we'll
days.
talk about EFCC. Seven. Are you surprised? If you have the money, you do it. You do one in the have you not seen the other lady,
Fad.
the
Fad.
Nollywood
Now
whose daughter they are doing?
you go ahead.
Come
Sorry.
again. Okay.
Okay.
The other lady that I was engaged, a wedding. They did one in Tanzania. In this, they do another one in that, and they're talking about I should be in thousands of dollars.
it's true, it's true,
Those
it's
people
true.
are not they're not part of this world, though. They're not.
I think I don't know if I'm supposed to mention.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but in that context, I guess it is almost believable, especially since if everything around you is so
No, do it.
you be like, let me spend 7 days
See.
to make myself feel better. My birthday was some days ago, and mind, it's not a birthday, it's a birth week. the birthday is still going on. Just that I'm actually spending any money to do it. It's in my mind. It's in my mind. The birthday.
You can't be
But
you can't be doing birthday for 1 week.
1 week.
What about the people that are surrounding you? They open their
1 week.
for 1 week, they open their mouth, they'll be looking at your mind.
fine.
Let me tell you, your first
In my
antagonist will be your dad. You do the first one for one.
No, in my mind, it's still
Oh, in your mind. Okay, that's fine.
Your mind.
Okay, in your mind. Okay.
if it's in real life, my dad will not come for the first one. He will now protest all the other days. He'll be sending me a message every day. Tamilore, this is profligate. This is not a good use of your time or your money.
Anyway, we are talking about Achimugo here, about Akintunde-Johnson.
Yes, we're not talking about low lives.
Yeah. God will forgive you. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
The next story.
Yeah.
And daughter for stealing 1 million naira worth of meat. And the magistrate court has sentenced the daughter to 6 months in jail for stealing stockfish, pomo, and dried meat worth 1 million naira. The judge, however, gave them an option of a 5,000 naira fine and ordered them to pay 100,000 naira restitution each.
Oto.
Momo, stockfish.
Momo. So panla.
Yeah.
Ẹja kíká.
Ẹran gbígbẹ, you know,
Ẹran gbígbẹ.
1 million. They're very,
Probably
they're very
anticipating
selective.
another party. They must have been planning another party. So because you can't. What are you going to do with all that? Resell them?
No. Right, yeah,
Probably.
you resell them. You resell them.
You
You
resell
resell
them.
them.
Sell
You
it.
resell them. You resell. You resell.
You resell.
You
The
resell.
story goes that the mother works. The story goes that the mother works another woman. She helps her carry load from one place to another. She took the bag of stockfish and misappropriated it to her daughter.
Relocated the place.
Relocated it. She gave it to her daughter to sell.
Oh my
And
God.
the daughter knew stolen goods.
It was like dividend of democracy. What kind of palliative? Wow. So
This is my wish here.
after the 5,000, the restitution of 100,000.
Yeah.
Would they not get the 1 million back?
That was my own
No.
thinking too,
I
but
think they
okay.
I think they recovered.
don't
I
know
think they
how-
recovered they recovered the goods, and that's
Okay.
why they are giving them a restitution, because restitution is just like after making all the whole
Compensation.
repayments, it's a compensation. Okay, I've done you wrong, just take. And I think they would have recovered the whole 1 million naira worth of goods back or something like that.
That would make sense.
Nigeria, what don't you see? It's true. It's true. Oh, what's happening to the studio?
Yeah, I think they have network issues or something like that.
We'll come back now. I pray every day we're able. I pray every day that we are able to get this network connections, internet things, get them right. I don't know what happens.
I don't know. Broadband, especially in Europe, is very cheap, but you go to extremely cheap.
Yeah, and effective, and very efficient,
and effective. And you try to bring the same services here. I don't know. People will. I mean, it's something.
It's really confusing. Very confusing.
And I look at it. It's just technology. So why don't you deploy it here and well, it will come to a head one day, because someone was actually complaining yesterday about data use and stuff, and I was like, and he was saying that it's so expensive and it expands easily. And I was like, we don't know what to do because the cheapest would have been broadband, and it's not been deployed properly
Yeah.
yet. Even Elon Musk, with all his old billions, came here, and his was extremely expensive. And I was like, in other climes they are not. So why you bring it here? Why do you bring it here and it becomes very
Do you
expensive?
bring it here? Why do you bring it here? They all have hidden agenda, bro. But for me,
Well,
all these networks just not working. It is unfair. I
it
won't
is not.
blame
It
the
is not.
NLC recently when they said they are going to do picketing. Want to picket all these network places because, and for every time, come on, they increase the fare, they increase the tariff. It goes up
Mr.
and
Z,
up. And I'm asking questions.
the problem are not those companies. The problem is our government. Once you can regulate well, those companies will sit up. It's because people in
Yeah.
government are benefiting from the rot that is going on. That is why it still goes on. Because once you regulate well, that is all. I was telling someone yesterday, if someone has a commission from the company for not doing anything, so why should you make the system work? A regulator. I mean, just
Yeah, he always,
how many years ago, an NNC in the way that was the head of the Nigerian Communications Corp, he became a director, and I was like, okay, so where are we going to? That means while he was there, they were even preparing the seat for him. So how do you expect it to work?
what I really think is that you rightly said it. Government needs to go back and check. And I ask people, who is government? Government are people now. If everybody was say, if people would just sit down and do what is right at the end of the
Right.
table where they are sitting,
Mhm.
I think we'll be halfway down the line for positive restructuring. When somebody comes to you and bribes you, I'm even talking on a larger scale now. And when you give a nod for that thing, it's going to be a big. Okay. The other time, there was a report on, I think, fabrication of hot drinks. I don't know if you heard that story. I think
Okay.
somewhere in the East, they
In
discovered
the
that
East, yeah.
in the East that some manufacturers who manufacture hot stuff, okay, were actually doing
Yes.
it illegally,
Yeah.
and they were giving it different brand names that look like the originals, and they was actually selling. They were selling. Some people come to the nightclubs, notable nightclubs, even in Lagos, and these
Yeah.
fake brands were found there on their stalls. So I'm asking questions. How would now somebody who does a purchasing manager or officer for that kind of nightclub would know that these things they are bringing for me to buy from the nightclub, they are all fake materials, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to sit down and still approve it to be bought. And people go in
Yeah. No.
unsuspectingly.
They know everybody knows what they are doing because especially when you visit those joints, what happens is that you order, and the first one they give to you is original.
Original,
You order
yeah.
again. Yeah. You order again.
A
The
lot of
second
people,
one they
and
bring to you
yeah,
is
It's about
original. You are
scrapping.
probably getting
Yeah,
high now.
yeah.
Then
yeah.
after the
I mean,
second
that's
one,
still
they
ongoing.
bring
Yeah.
the fake.
But the point is,
But
in
you're high
yeah,
already.
it threatened the life
Yeah, you won't know the difference.
You won't at all.
Wow.
Start.
Hello, Fudge. Welcome.
Okay,
We are
Yeah, welcome
welcoming
back.
T
you
and
back to
Aki
the
back.
show. We have been holding the show.
Okay. Like, just as we
We
welcome
were,
you back, I don't know what happened. We went off here.
No,
sorry.
we're
Still
supposed to
can't
welcome you back. You
face.
left. You left.
You left
We were
us.
here.
Okay.
We were here.
Okay.
You left us. We were here. We are holding the show.
Okay. So let's move to the next one. I'm sure they heard you, but hear them.
Okay. Nigeria's House of Representatives, its turn of Prime Minister role. House of Representatives is considering a constitutional amendment to introduce the office of prime minister as head of government, remains the head of state. The proposal, alongside other amendments for women in the legislature and electoral reforms, has passed the second. If approved, this could reshape Nigeria's governance structure.
I understand they are dealing with over 30 amendments to the constitution. Ritual. Now they want to go back to regional parliament or that. So you, the prime minister, who runs the government, right? Like they do in and Canada and all that. But you now have a president of state. Is it going to be like the first public head of state is just a figurehead, or who calls this, or is it the one that like in Egypt or one of these countries where the president sacked prime minister, but he is the like of government is the operational head of governance, while the president is the CEO of the entire city. I don't understand their problem.
I think no.
The concoction.
I think every one of them is a little bit confused. For me, I think they are a little bit confused, and I'm just saying a little bit just as an euphemism. They are a little bit confused. Instead
saying
of
a little bit, boys, a lot.
A little bit goes a long way. It goes a long way.
Because instead of sitting down to check out how
indeed they are.
we will
improve this one.
Instead of improving the federal system we have, they want to change the
in being
system.
the president or under
it's not looking good
60 basically
at all.
And
Because
it's all
I think it's admirable.
selfish interest.
It's admirable, but it's realistic.
yeah.
No, but really and truly, do we need it?
Right.
Do we need it now? That's my question. Do we need
the federal system we say we are running? We are not running it effectively yet.
It's not well done.
So as to know if it is working or not working. Now we want to change the system, wholesale, again to a system we have not been running for. So when the prime minister comes in, is it going to be a regional government and we are going to have a confederal system that we have never run before? At least this generation. So it's and you know, when people have not said their priorities right, this is what happens. And you know, when the whole political system is based on patronage, this is what happens. Because I keep on telling people, I keep on telling people, the sets of people we have there, they don't know what they are doing. Most. It's just they are just there based on political patronage. You can't contest an election in Nigeria without some people actually validating you. You can't come out in your area, Tamilore, as gentle, as popular as you are in your area. Nobody, if they don't validate you from somewhere, you can't contest. That's why they are even making the issue of independent candidacy. They are making it very impossible. You have to have someone somewhere that they could bring in a Faj from nowhere and tell Faj is contesting in Lagos as a senator and he will win. Not because Faj is a politician, but because they feel okay, Faj as a journalist will serve our interest. So that's why we have all this going on. You know, when you have a bunch of confused people making laws for you, what do you expect?
Akin, I like your submission, but usually when you want to avoid using me as an example.
I knew to come to that.
Very clearly. Okay. Okay, thank you.
I intentionally did that.
I know.
Okay, so you know, when you want to negotiate, when you want to suggest something to somebody, you give them like 30. So last, when they want to cancel everything, there'll be 10 that'll be left.
10.
So I feel some of these
Yeah.
amendments that are inside here, they're padding. It's unlike work.
I mean, like the 60-year-old doesn't make sense. Are you saying
No,
that?
the
Are you saying
60-year-old
next year?
makes sense, but it's just not plausible.
You know why it
It
makes sense?
cannot work.
You know why it doesn't make sense? The sitting president
It's like
is 73.
you can add that 62 years, and it still will not become.
He's
Samilore,
73.
I'm suspecting it is because you are not 60 or not approaching 60 yet. That is why it makes sense.
No, she's targeting 2 people here. Don't worry. He's actually targeting 2 people here. That's the problem. No, you are not asking beyond the veil. She's targeting 2 people on this seat.
Because
I kept quiet all the while because I want to say that everybody bringing in ideas and suggestions and bills in House and Senate, they are all shaped and blocked by their selfish interest.
Yeah.
Nothing is purposeful. And I mean it honestly. Look, it's so easy. You can count the number of people who bring genuine things to be discussed. I'm not kidding you. Now the prime ministership and all that, is that what we really need to be talking about now? It gives me some headache and splinters. And I'm thinking, I mean, I would say it in my language. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. Let's sit it down. We have not actually, just as you have said, we have not actually sat down to scrutinize and restructure what we are even running now. What they are planning to do is you're going to have a party who will supply the president. Another party will supply the prime minister. Another party. I'm telling you, that's the game. Ask me questions. Who will be in opposition?
Because everything will be in both sides. If it eventually comes to that, but nothing, because each side will be playing against a power play.
Okay, lady and gentlemen, we're hitting up the what they call.
But I'm a gentleman of the court, so all of us are.
Okay, so gentlemen of different fields.
Gentlemen and gentlemen.
They say,
Gentlemen of different fields.
And also you have to be careful. Before we move to the few more stories, I want to remind you, you can share your thoughts with us. Call us on 013-697-3485. 091-697-3485. Tamilore, do we still have? Okay, we still have the Southeast story.
Okay. Just wanted to pour some water on the fire that we've been setting since, if it's possible.
How do you do that?
It's a nice thing that they're thinking about constitutional amendments. They're trying to improve it.
They do the year.
No, let me pour the water now.
Okay, let me.
It's a nice concept. It shows that we're sort of forward thinking. Let's land on that note. Let's not look too deeply into the statements.
They'll be shocked at your statement.
Tamilore, that is wrong way you are landing on. It's not.
You want to pour water. You want to pour cold water.
You have not poured water in anything. You just poured fuel again.
Tamilore's water is hot water. That's what she's trying to say. Water is water, but hot water. It's not cold water.
It's true. It's hot water. Tamilore, you're not nice at all.
Let's go to our next.
Okay, let's move on.
Our next story. Southeast senators push for June 12 hero Wusu to be honored. Senators from the Southeast are urging President to honor President Humphrey Nwosu, Professor Humphrey Nwosu, the man who oversaw Nigeria's historic June 12, 1993 elections. Despite 2 failed attempts in the Senate to pass a motion in his honor, the lawmakers insist Tinubu, as a June 12 warrior, should take executive action to immortalize Nwosu's legacy.
What do you guys think? Before I make my own observation.
For me, it's neither here or there if they make anybody a hero or they immortalize anybody or not. Like Mr. T rightly said, but putting it into context, I don't like the issue of people not properly playing their politics and lobbying before they start gaslighting anybody. You know, like power is not served a la carte. It is not. You have to know how to negotiate your way around power. Before MKO Abiola, who was the real hero of June 12th, was immortalized, we know what his own part of the country went through. Even his own kinsman refused to immortalize him. Even his own kinsman refused to immortalize him. So bringing this and then reloading people into thinking they will do what you need, you want them to do, it doesn't play ball with me. It doesn't. You need to. It's all politics. It's all politics. It's not by executive.
Which is what they are doing.
It's all politics. Yeah. It's no.
Okay,
it will not get anybody anywhere. I can bet you it will not get anybody anywhere, because at the end of the day, what they succeeded in raising arguments about if man should be a hero or not. Check out the arguments that are going on around social media. It's not about making the man a hero again. It's about looking for chinks in the man's armor.
May I quickly drop this? Let them also include all the returning officers who took part in that election. Let us have a larger party of heroes. Abi? Abi?
Anyway, I told a slightly different line from the two of you. I know that the new word you use, gaslight. I know that a lot of people also gaslighted the ruling party during about what's it called, about MKO, mutualizing MKO. You have to keep on talking. Let me see if I have a caller on the line. Hello. Good morning. Thank you.
It's not loud enough.
Yeah. Who am I talking with, please? Okay.
We go to the history of the Shia people. We are minority Muslims in the north. The majority of Muslims in the north are Sunni. So that's number one target they have. Number two, they have is the disposition of the leader, Ezra, in terms of Iranian agenda, pushing Iranian whatever. He has made a lot of unnecessary and unstable comments in the past. This, of course, volatile and maybe violent. Yes. But we cannot throw away the baby. They are still Nigerian citizens. I believe instead of just killing. The way we can try to do is dialogue. Cause some people and to put them where they belong. Just going out, killing. In 2015, 1,000 of them were killed. According to their own claim, and Kaduna State government said 50 people were killed. That's not a thing that should be coming out of Nigeria. Who was this? Among them were pregnant women. Tomorrow, their case is resolved. That's how to run the country. What happened with the issue of the guy? Nobody used to be was killed. Extra judicial, and look at what we have did. I think Nigerian government needs to take lessons from civilized people and to deal with their people. They are still your citizens. The meeting in Edo, I want to go. The even person was those people who are killed. So this is because the judicial system is not alive, it belongs to your hands. So, was told not to have that election. Who is the election? The military went ahead.
Yeah.
And that's the senator of Shiomade. who was the labor leader of Mafia then. Mafia, what if he becomes almost a coward? Then what will we come after Mafia? Is some of us need to go through the, what I call baby politics. Deserve honor. Nobody should even negotiate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Caller, who's there? Ardent vote.
He
I agree
vote
on
for
many.
So
Okay, before I get your response, gentlemen, let's take a short break. The commercial breaks are queuing up. We'll be back shortly.
I love that.
We couldn't hear most of the things you said.
We couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't hear most of the things you said. So you're going to help us at Fudge. Yeah.
On the
we didn't hear most of the things. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
He said should not be debated. That the national hero, that they had told him that he should not do the election, that he was a coward or something, but he ended up going ahead to do it. He said we should ask us. He gave some instances of how that worked out, and he said that it should not be debated. That Wusu is an issue that we should not be playing baby with that. On the killings in Edo State, he said that that's not how to run a country. That in 2016, like 1,000 or so, he mentioned a large number. No, the Shiites, 1,000 or so of them were killed. Now, that's not how to run a country. That even if the ideology exactly match with everybody's own, that's not how you treat a huge faction of the country. That would you say that if there was somebody important in their midst and they were mistakenly burnt or something, this will not be the stand that we're taking. That you have to see it as human lives and not just look at it as, oh, this people are violent and then just segregate. Then I think, was there any other one? He said that Mr. Fudge, that he will vote for him anytime.
Okay, when he steps out.
That was.
When he steps out.
Fudge for senator now. Fudge. I was the one that started this. So please remember me when you come to your kingdom, sir.
You see, the things you talk about, we are not begging to be part of it. Oh my God! Senators, I don't like. No, Fudge should be higher than senator. You don't need senatorship. You don't get that shit. Go up there. This prime minister thing, we never can tell.
Have you? I think his argument is that because he aligned with most of my thoughts. And it was
come into the studio. Go.
He was saying amongst the 1,000.
Look at you.
Hello, Aki on there.
Lecturer, you're now.
Those children. I'm not your lecturer.
Yeah, lecturer to be no.
Who is disturbing our lecturer there?
It is the last one, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we're back on there. Yes. You need to remind me that we are still on the Vintage Talkshow with the Virgin Friends. Akindamola is still with me. Tamilora is here, and of course, Mr. T is here. Thank you to Column that called I have an assured voter in case I joined politics, which I doubt very much. But it's nice to have at least one voter. You know that some people that call they did vote. Oh my, politics can disgrace people, yeah. Anyway, do we have one more show?
Yes.
Okay. Tamilora, please go ahead.
The IKC incident.
Okay.
Military vows sanctions for indiscipline. The defense headquarters says it's taking the recent Ikeja electricity distribution company incident very seriously. A viral video showing soldiers storming the company's headquarters, causing panic amongst was discussed. The military now promises that anyone found guilty will be sanctioned. Speaking on Channels TV, Rear Admiral Olusoya Bankole assured Nigerians that the military stands for discipline and protection, not intimidation. He emphasized the need for better military-civilian relations and urged Nigerians not to fear men in uniform, as they are meant to serve and protect.
I laugh in English.
I love idealism in Nigeria.
I think we should
medicine
get
after death.
From Akindamola. Did you hear your people? They said they will be sanctioned, and that we should fear men in uniform.
I can bet you no sanction is coming from anywhere. It's just just to diffuse tension. See, if you happen to have been dealing with these people, you will know how they operate. Now, a soldier, you have an altercation with a soldier on the civil streets, and he drags you into the barracks, and without anybody knowing what you did, his barracks, they will beat you blue and black. Without asking, they'll beat you blue and black. Then you will now notice that the original person that brought you would have escaped. He will not be there again for you to identify. Now, others that came slapping you will now ask you innocently, so even what did you do? After explaining this, that man is a foolish man. Just go. That is what this rear admiral is doing now. Hey, just go. Don't worry. He's a foolish man. He's a foolish man. Just go. That's all. So who do you appeal to? Unknown soldier. So it's just medicine after death. This set of soldiers, they can't tell me they can't identify them from the barracks. They know who they are. They know at each point in time they know who they are. So, but just to placate, just to placate us bloody civilians. So you have
Sorry. What worries me really is this: he's just talking. He's just coming out to talk now. Few days ago, when did this incident? When did it happen? When did it occur? It occurred way back, okay? And I think that was a push from the inside and from the outside higher than them. You guys step out, you must say something. So he came out to say what he has said, but not knowing that the Nigerian press and the Nigerian people are not as dull or dormant as they were many years back. We are quoting him. I will not say that he will not do it. I will not say that they will not investigate. But what I'm saying is everybody is the station that you said that man appeared. They don't cross their Lego. Let's leave the name out. They don't cross. They follow stories, investigation. Let us wait and see. This one will be the last one. I'm telling you the truth. Because yes, they can identify them. They already know them. They saw them. Yeah. They saw them.
Yeah.
It's easy to be on camera. No, investigation made Olatuni. Yeah, they were on camera. And you're not saying that how many weeks after? Help me. I can't even recollect.
All you need to do is identify only one of them and the whole squad.
Identify and bring them out. And then let everybody see. Take the man to the cameras. Let your own cameras come and report it. Invite a press conference. This and this. Yeah, that's the only way I think justice can be seen to have been done. Otherwise, we are back to those dark ages. I'm sorry. That's the truth. Yeah, you are telling us not to run from people in military in their uniform. Even kids run. Kids, 3-year-old kids, they see the uniform across the road, and they are running. And you are saying to them, "Why are you running?" No, you can't explain it. Kids that are they're just born, 3-4-year-old. They see them, they're not friendly. Got a lot to do. They have to be friendlier. They have to be nicer. They have to be, helping people. Seem to be helping people on the streets. I don't know where that photograph, that video came out from. The police one day were helping somebody to fix the tire on the highway. I don't know if you saw that thing. After doing that, they even let the man to push the thing off the road. And people were here. I'm like, wow. And I said, wow, to me. I said, wow, in my lifetime, I don't think I've seen this. Okay, come on. I tell you this time. Thank God I'm not dead. I've seen it. It happened in my presence. I've been out. You need to step out of the cocoon and love people. Let people see you loving them. They will love your uniform. They will love your gun. I'm telling you. If you know how to apply it and you have good sense, if there is good sense, they will run from you. That's it.
Okay.
That when I'm on the road, it happens quite a few times. Please help me where I'm going to. So even if they can help me things, and sometimes they are brash about it, they help me find road.
Have I helped
you? See?
Once I went up. I was a little lost, so I asked him where I was. Where is the? He answered me.
Okay, you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah. Very, very.
Middle of Keja or somewhere like that.
Yes.
So it was.
They can't turn on you. Scarf that looks like a camouflage. I've seen. You may not come home that day. Yeah. It's only in Nigeria that any apparel that looks like a uniform is a criminal activity.
Figuring.
Oh yeah. Okay, we have less than 10 minutes.
Okay. First Lady Oluwọlé reacts to students' viral chants. So Oluwọlé has responded to report that students at the Delta of Nursing Sciences were queried for tweaking during her visit. While parents allegedly considered sanctions, urged fairness and understanding. Emphasized that students often express themselves should not be unduly punished. She encouraged institutions to listen while allowing freedom of expression, ensuring a positive learning environment.
That's anonymity. That's a nice one. Did you watch the video?
I did not.
What they were singing, the lead singer, I don't know why it kept on going.
Yeah.
Is there a call our mama or say now your mama?
Now your mama
funny.
be this, so we no get another one. Now your mama be this, so
You know something? Somebody said to me that they rehearsed it. They rehearsed it. It was not by accident.
No, Mr. T.
It looks rehearsed.
No, Mr. T. It was not rehearsed. You know, for me that was
you think so?
For anybody that has been around in the schools and in the student union days, it's just a spontaneous thing. Student unionism. I was a student union official, and why Remi Tinubu can come up with that statement is because she's alumni of OAU, and that school is known for one thing, notoriously known for one thing. And you have to know how to engage people. I remember Shina Peters came after the whole Abacha debacle or some stuff like that one. I think then Shina Peters came to Ife to play Ovation Night, and then everybody was angry, go out of the stage, blah blah blah. But Shina Peters, being who he was, he prostrated for the students, lie down, rolled on the floor. And it caught everyone's fancy because that's what the mob wants. They want you to entertain them, to play for them. When that lead singer was saying, "Now your mama be this, so we no get another one," they just responded spontaneously because they had anger in them. And someone would have started it. That was not the beginning of the video actually. Someone would have said, "Now your mama be this," so instead of "Now our mama be this," so it's just a spontaneous thing. We just
you're working the case by reproducing the mystery song.
No. It's all fun.
I'm just joking. No, that's a joke.
I was I hope you are listening. I was also in student union, and sometimes yes, it's spontaneous, but sometimes it takes only 2 or 3 people to organize it. They already planned it.
Yes.
If you just throw one song there, it will catch on, and everybody will start singing like that, And it was a little bit unnerving, but not that embarrassing. So I like the way the first lady came back to say, I don't punish them for that. Even the governor also. And the commissioner for education in the state also that they withdraw the query. Freedom of speech, and they queried them. They wrote a formal letter to query them. but they weren't really abusive. They were just saying, "Now your mama and now your mama, not our mama," you know. And
Well,
Yeah.
right,
like the fact that
they left innuendos uncovered. So many innuendos now. They brought out the other side.
yes, they are.
You know,
They did their
yeah,
own.
you don't think about those things, but when you hear that kind of song, okay, your brain resets a little bit, even if you don't agree with them. I won't agree, but come on.
I mean, and they are speaking to the times. I don't really. You can't blame them. That's their own way of
At all.
ranting
At all. At all.
against the status quo, because things are hard and nobody can dispute that. The government said they are working very hard to make it less hard for us. But so we are waiting to see the result. Last story, we have about 5 minutes.
Okay, school proprietor demands 2 billion naira compensation from CMB over alleged illegal sale. The owner of Goodwill Private Schools in Ikorodu, Pastor Sunday Eni Kwame, I'm sorry if I botched that, is taking on FCMB over what he calls an illegal sale of his school property. He's demanding 2 billion naira in compensation, threatening legal action if the bank doesn't comply. The dispute stems from a loan the school took in 2013, with the property used as collateral. However, the proprietor claims the bank went behind his back, allegedly working with third parties to forfeit the property to the government. Now he's ready to fight it in court.
Go to court, get your documents. It's a, I don't know. It's a lot of money involved. Borrowed 30 million. A ballooned
30 million in
2013. By 2015 or 2016, had grown big in such a way that she was not able to pay. The building was supposed to be evaluated at 100 and something. His own private evaluation is 200 and something million, and on and on. And then before he knew it, he allegedly claimed that the building was sold for 90, and it was not given to do this and that and that. And then before you know it, he came in, and then the whole was repeated to the government. Wondering what about the 9 million, and is there a change? Did they give him balance change? You know, so the whole thing are just
you know, Faj, you know, in our society,
kind of
in our, you know, this kind of things keeps on happening, and I have a classic case in my area where a man supposedly borrowed money from the bank. He had already completed the building. Supposedly borrowed money from the bank, and some people inside the bank, they connived with a legal practitioner, and what they did was that they said that the man that they had already forfeited the property to the bank. Meanwhile, no property was ever forfeited. The loan was not actually a loan again. Maybe someone has written off somewhere else. It was after years that the man's father, because the man had some mental challenges, after years that the man's father went to another lawyer, and the lawyer took it up, and they found out that everything that was said was nothing, that the man was still the owner of the property. And maybe this is the same thing that is playing out here too, because some people inside the bank, they will feel, okay, we can just maneuver and stuff like that. When the man will not have the wherewithal of the connection to, you know, to challenge us and stuff like that one. And I think that is why the man is saying, okay, I want to go to court. Wow. I want to see if you, because what is the concern of the government? What's the connection to the government? You know, forfeiting the property to the government and the bank. I mean, it's all you'll be surprised at the outcome of some of these things.
That's more than
they just, you know, they just take you on and say, okay, you can't do anything about it, and that's it.
Sorry? No, I'm fine. No, I was listening to him. My conclusion is just that this particular case is still in court, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still in court.
He's taking it to court. He's taking it to court.
He's taking it to court. So let's go.
He's giving them a 7-day notice and all that. We'll monitor it and see how I like things work out. Also, gentlemen and lady, I think it's. I would like to thank you for we have come to the end of the show. Shockingly, so I would like you to say your byes. You go.
Just bye and have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Okay, Akin and you.
Yeah, keep on trucking, people. Keep on trying.
Akin, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. All our callers, thank you so much for calling. We expect more calls next week. Have a brilliant weekend and a happy holiday.
Yes, all our callers, thank you for calling. I mean, for them to try to be line jammed into each other. But my supporter that called, thank you so much for your thoughts with us. And
Esi-Johnson for president.
Everyone has been part of the show. Thank you so much. We hope to see you. Like we always say, be good to people. Good night, as much as you can afford it. I mean, as best as you can do it, and you show kindness, show love. It might be just enough, and have a wonderful weekend. See you next.
Hi, Mr. T. Hi, Mr. Akindamola. Nice show,
Take care.
nice show.
Wow.
All right.
Mr. T just left you. Thank you, Tamilore. Okay.
Just take care. All right, sir. Bye.
Bye.
You too, sir.
Finalize this.